Hey guys, welcome back to some WoW leveling. Um, Apologies, last recording I did a couple minutes ago did not have video when I went to upload, or did not have audio for microphone when I went to upload it because I think it updated, the software updated, had a minor update maybe, changed some settings. I went to change them back, and I didn't realize the microphone was still disabled, like it was muted. So that was some unfortunate business. You didn't really miss much, maybe about 20 minutes. Did some quests up there after getting a Worgen form. Came down here, and the Cataclysm happened. And right now I'm on this. So I left off on saving some of the Watchmen. Yeah, you didn't miss much. I apologize for that. It will reduce the video count down, I guess. So, I mean, that's one plus side, because there are going to be quite a number of videos if I'm going at this pace. So, I really sucks because I lost all that commentary, but some of it I can reuse, which sounds bad, but you don't know what I said, so unfortunately. I think I was talking about, you know, Cataclysm probably one of my more favorite expansions, but Wrath of the Lich King is still up there. I know with a lot of people it is, which is nice. You know, like minds think alike, whatever. Or something, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'd also like to start off again by saying, don't take anything I'm doing for, for 100%. I am merely doing this for fun. I needed a mage, and I said, hey, why not record it? So, I am not a pro. If I say something is the way it is, what the heck? If I say something the way it is, it's, it's just my opinion, most likely. Take the health potion because I'm gonna need those. This is not a guide to level, to how to set up your character, how to anything. It's simply for fun. Now, I mean, I may make an educated guess because again, I have played for a while, and you're welcome to take it with a grain of salt. But if you want real guides, go find them on the internet of good sources. I can help, but I am not a guide. So, I can... You guys gonna shoot me or something? Nah. No, you won't. You won't do it. I will not be grabbing professions because I feel that it'll slow me down in the long run. It can definitely add some XP, but I might as well just grab them when I hit max level. There's not a whole lot of reason to it. But I don't know a whole lot about mages. I know the gist of how to play them. So if you're looking to learn how to play a mage, this is not the place. But you're welcome to stay. Maybe you might learn a thing or two. Maybe. Hell, I might even learn some things from you guys. I'm not a good mage player. I like to play my paladin and my druid as of late. It's more of a teeter-tottering act between the two of them. Sneak past this Etten because he will destroy me. Ah, backflip. I always found that weird. They're just running along. Backflip. I'm gonna do a backflip. Just randomly. Oh, there's a cooldown. Come on. That's... Oh shit. I don't want to be here. It turned around. 3, 4. Gotta count the one I'm riding on. There we go. Oh, my ears just popped. Ooh, that was weird. couldn't hear anything for a moment. Then I know I'm getting back on the course. I'm trying to avoid that Etten. If you make me do this over again, I'm gonna be thoroughly perturbed.
Make it quick.
I think in the line of races, maybe. I think, well, obviously my favorite is Worgen, but for redone starter zones, apologies, would be dwarves. Dwarves are I like the new starter one because they separated the dwarves and the gnomes, and they always did that for orcs and trolls too. So now they get their own starter zones specific to them. So no one shares a starter zone with anyone anymore. But I particularly like the dwarves now because it's like, oh, you don't have to go through that tunnel anymore. You now have to fly over it, and although that's annoying, flying over that tunnel, I do like it. The gnome one is, although I said in the previous video, I don't particularly like gnomes. That's just an opinion-based thing. I have no real thing to back it up of why I don't like them, which I hope is fine. But I do like their starter zone. It is unique, and it is fun. And that being said, I do have a gnome character. I do have a gnome monk. I don't play them that much, but I do. If I had to choose, they would probably be the last option, and Panda would not be an option, period. I would not pick them at all. I'm gonna go get the cat. But they do have a certain place, and oh, get out of here! You're not even supposed to be here. Help me, Miss Rolling Pin Lady. No, I need you to hit the one attacking me. Should probably put these health potions down here. May need them later. So I have a lack of healing without that necklace heirloom. Again, this will be without heirlooms. I will not be using that heirloom motorcycle too, because I want the full experience. And I may or may not actually do a whole lot of dungeons. I'm not sure. They may be here and there. If I have like a quest to go do them, I might do them. But other than that, I don't think I will be doing them. Or I may just do one of each, like I'll queue up for the ones that I know have quests that I haven't done. That way I can get extra quests done, maybe. And just queue up for them solo, or single. No random. But other than that, I may not do dungeons all that much, unless people want to see them. It's up to you, honestly. Doesn't bother me, but I'm also going to try and knock out some Lore Master stuff with this guy as well. And this is not going to be, I've seen a few of them, some people doing like all quests in WoW playthroughs, and it's like, I've never completed all quests in WoW. I don't think I'll try and start doing it now. It's a tall order. I don't know if you've ever tried to count how many quests are in WoW. I don't even know if most of the devs know. There are a lot of quests. I would say probably in the hundreds of thousands. Well, probably close to 100,000. I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands. But there are a lot of quests in WoW. And it's not something you can do in a day. Probably not something you can even do in a month. But there are people who out there that are trying to do that, and more power to them, you know. That's a challenge. That's a realistic challenge that you can do. You know, what the heck? You guys just came running off the roof. But you know, it's a realistic thing to set out for you. You know, like Iron Man. You know, it's a cool challenge. I've never personally done it. Never even tried it. I mean, it's a lot. You know, no talents. I know they have adjusted it now. You can choose the spec because you don't really get an option for that one, so you can choose your initial spec. You don't get to choose your talents. No armor that's of green quality or better, so you have to wear whites or grays. You can't group up with anyone, and you cannot be in a guild, which I don't see why you can't be in a guild anymore because you don't get an XP bonus, so I think you could probably forego that. I mean, big whoop, you get 10% faster mounted speed, and you get 15 minutes removed off your Hearthstone. I mean, big frickin' whoop. Doesn't make it any easier. Just makes you getting to the places faster. So, not sure what other one. You can't. I'm not sure what other rules there are, because I mean, not grouping up with anyone kind of negates like most of everything. So you basically have to stick to solo content, which is understandable. And a lot of the new content is going to be even more challenging. So this is going to be like Iron Man mode was like hard mode. That was like the hard mode. Now it's like the very hard mode with the new scaling. So you definitely have your work cut out for you if you're trying to do Iron mode now. Which, if you complete it, good on you. Good on you, man. You got my pat on the back. You got a round of applause for me. Something I probably couldn't do. It's like Dark Souls without freaking armor on or something. It's like trying to beat all the bosses by smacking them. Which I can't even fathom playing that game normally.
What's your story? Farewell.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's going on. I had control over it for a moment, but I guess it doesn't want me to have control over the horse. The horse knows where to go, so I'll let him go. I think. Let's see. What do I need? I know I need a lot of these zones. I think I might try and do Dustswallow Marsh when I get that ability. I need to do Darkshore, so that'll be my level 10 zone. What's Dustswallow Marsh? Get the pet battles out of here. 35. Okay. So I can just milk Darkshore for as much as possible and figure out where to go from there. Because I do need that. I would like to get Lore Master after all this time. The only thing I'm missing is Kalimdor. Frickin' Outlands, man. Or, sorry, Northrend as well. I'm missing the first, like, 3 expansions. Well, 2 expansions and the 1/2 of vanilla. So, again, not doing cinematics unless it forces me to watch them. Some do, but I can avoid most of them. My apologies if you want to watch the cinematics. You can find them easily online. That one was the trying to find the not exact name, but a way you can search it up if you want to look for it is basically Greymane finding the Horde fleet. Pretty sure if you can, or Greymane spots Horde fleet cinematic. I mean, if you want to watch it, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or something. I don't see why not. But if you just want to go watch those, that's fine. I probably won't be saying what every cinematic is, because I know there's a lot more cinematics in the game than there used to be, 6 or 7 years ago, because their art team and their graphic design team got so much better, and they got a lot more people, so now they can do much more with with the cinematics and videos and all that jazz. Because I know Wrath of Lich, when you killed the Lich King, that was like, having that cinematic was like, oh my god, that's a fantastic cinematic and all that. It's like before you had to have the role play, like the NPC would show up and they would, do limited animations that, were limited to their model. They couldn't do too much. And now they're just making like movies. Like if you played all the cinematics, you could pretty much watch, like it would probably equal to a movie, which is what someone did with Warcraft 3 cinematics. Is they made a movie out of it. It was like an hour and a half or something like that of all the Warcraft 3 cinematics, which was pretty cool. I had it for a while, but I think it either got scratched up and we had to throw it away, or we just lost it. Came with my it actually came with my Warcraft 3 like deluxe or whatever, I guess, the collectors or whatever edition. I'm not sure, but it came with when I bought Warcraft 3. Well, not I, my father, because I was far too young. Well, my dad, father, whatever, my daddy, whatever you want to call him, it don't matter. Alright, not having this mishap again. Stupid ass frog. Had some damn roach attacking me earlier because I frost noted him. Didn't even know it. I personally think that, and this is more biased towards casters now because of the update for the scaling. Casters are much easier to level as early on because you'll notice like I'm always just casting Frostbolt, so I always have a continuous damage source going out. As a melee, maybe like a rogue or like most melee have to either generate their resource or they have to wait for resource to regen on its own, like a rogue, which is, you're on a time basis. You can only go as fast as it goes. So you're limited to how much damage you can put out. Granted, you're auto attacking, but auto attacks are not that great unless you're maybe like, I think Outlaw Rogue does a shit ton of auto attack damage because they always have bigger one-handers. But in general, I feel casters will always have an easier time leveling, usually in the start. Once you get like mid-range, maybe to the end part of leveling, melee take it, because they can get into combat much faster, and casters start getting the spells that require a lot more mana, and you have to use them in your rotation. Like example is Arcane Blast. First couple of Arcane Blasts doesn't take a whole lot of mana, but then you get like the third and the fourth one, it starts chunking your mana, and then you can't do too much. So you have to, send off a barrage or missiles, or missiles don't consume it anymore. Never mind. Basically, you just have to send off a barrage, Arcane Barrage, to actually, reset that. That way you don't consume all of your mana for one single guy, or two people, two single guys. That sounds like a TV show. Probably is. But I personally think leveling as a caster early on is significantly quicker, even now so. Maybe that's just because I'm playing a mage, I don't know. Go up and... Oh, I was gonna say kill this Etten, but never mind, it's an Etten. You get him to fight for you, because you steal his banner, and you make him think the undead did it, which is very funny, to say the least. I was gonna say, Ice Lance. Once I hit 10, I think I'm just gonna Go arcane, maybe. This quest always scared the poop out of me, because you go and walk up, the moment you start grabbing it, he starts moving forward. And he's strong, so... And even now, so he would annihilate me. So every time you'd walk up, I'd be like, oh crap, and then you just hear a little sound of me shitting myself. Keep forgetting to put on armor I get. I'm so used to having heirlooms. I'm gonna have to get out of that.
Just in time, friend. Here come the Forsaken.
Alright. And on that note, it is on the 21-minute marker. I will be catching you guys in the next video. I will see you guys when I get over to Stormglen. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have fun!